He thought wealth would protect him until he wore poverty. Two boys who looked exactly alike but lived completely different lives made a daring decision to switch places for just one day. What they discovered about wealth, suffering, and the true value of a human life would shake them to their core and change everything forever. Chinonso had always lived behind tall gates in Umuchukwu, where laughter echoed only from hired hands and distant visitors. His father's mansion stood like a kingdom, but inside it, Chinonso was alone. No friends. No equals. Just silence wrapped in luxury. That silence broke the day Chinoye fell. A loud crash at the gate startled him. Rushing outside, Chinonso saw a boy sprawled on the ground, clutching a bruised arm, with half-plucked mangoes scattered around. The boy had tried to climb the tree by the fence. Hunger had driven him. But that wasn't what stunned Chinonso. It was the face. The same eyes. The same nose. The same shape of lips. It was like looking into a cracked mirror. "How do you look like me?" Chinonso asked in disbelief. Chinoye, still catching his breath, shrugged. "I don't know. But I know I'm hungry." That simple answer pierced Chinonso more than any mystery. He quietly opened the gate and led him inside. What started as curiosity turned into connection. They talked about life, about dreams, about pain. Chinoye spoke of hardship, of days without food, of working endlessly just to survive. Chinonso spoke of loneliness, of empty rooms, of longing for a friend. Two boys. Same face. Different worlds. Then came the idea. "Let's switch places," Chinonso said suddenly. Chinoye laughed, thinking it was a joke. But Chinonso was serious. They exchanged clothes. Chinonso wore torn, dusty garments, while Chinoye stepped into fine fabric he had never touched before. And just like that, their worlds flipped. Chinonso stepped out of the gate as Chinoye. For the first time in his life, he walked barefoot on the hot, unforgiving ground. People who once bowed to him now ignored him or worse, chased him away. When he tried to return home, the gatekeeper blocked him. "Go away, you dirty boy," the man barked. "I live here," Chinonso cried. The guard laughed harshly. "This house is not for people like you." The words struck deep. Hungry and confused, Chinonso wandered into the village. He felt the sting of rejection, the weight of hunger, the coldness of indifference. No one saw him. No one cared. Meanwhile, Chinoye lived as Chinonso. He was bathed, fed, and treated like royalty. Servants bowed. Meals came endlessly. Soft beds replaced the hard floor he knew all his life. But something felt wrong. He noticed how people spoke with fear, not love. He saw how workers were treated harshly. He heard whispers of arrogance and pride. And slowly, Chinoye's heart grew heavy. Days passed. Chinonso, exhausted and broken, finally understood the life of the poor, not just the hunger, but the humiliation. Chinoye, though surrounded by wealth, longed for the sincerity and freedom of his former life. When they finally met again at the same tree where it all began, neither of them spoke at first. They didn't need to. Tears said everything. They exchanged clothes again. But this time, they didn't return the same. Chinonso went back into his father's house, but not as the same boy. He spoke up for the workers. He demanded kindness. He opened the gates, not just physically, but in spirit. Chinoye returned to his life, but with hope. Chinonso made sure his family never lacked again. He gave Chinoye an education, a chance, and most importantly respect. And though they returned to their different worlds, they never forgot the truth they discovered. They were not so different after all. Moral of the story. True worth is not measured by wealth or poverty, but by the heart. Until you walk in another person's shoes, you may never understand their pain. Compassion is the bridge that makes us truly human. Thanks for watching.